Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Welcome back, guys.
This is gonna be like a life update video and we're really excited to share that we are moving.
We're moving
Again.
for like the third time in 4 years.
Yeah, we just keep moving. So if you're new here, I'm Nita, this is Ajit, and we are originally from Dallas, Texas, born and raised. We moved to LA for a couple of years, and then from LA we came here. We moved from LA last May, so it's been a year and 2 months so far, but it doesn't really feel like a year and 2 months because of quarantine.
And we were gone for a good solid chunk of it because of COVID.
Yeah, so we stayed in Texas for 3 months. We finally came back to New York May 1st, and it's quite hilarious because now Texas is doing terribly, but it's fine. That's where we're headed, actually.
We're moving to Dallas.
We went back home to Dallas, and it is like a bittersweet, I don't know, feeling. I love New York. I feel like I haven't had enough time here. I don't know. It's like it's not going to be the same anyways. With coronavirus, and we haven't been able to really enjoy the city like we used to. And we do have a little baby on the way. It felt like the natural move, I guess, for us.
Yeah.
The next chapter.
Because I wanted to go back to LA, of course, but with a little one on the way, I realized that the best move for the family is for us to go back to Dallas, where all of our family are.
It's really hard for me to even like talk about this because I'm so emotional about the whole, okay, pregnancy hormones aside, I'd still be very emotional about this move because I feel like I'm not ready. Even when we found out that we were pregnant, I was like, okay, well, that's okay. We'll renew our lease. We'll stay for another year as a newborn. You know, you just need like a corner for it, bassinet.
Yeah,
there you go. We have plenty of room for that. So we could do a newborn in New York, no problem. But then
we started to actually like think about it.
Yeah, just like the logistics of everything.
Yeah.
And also more so, I just feel like, I don't know.
I wish we had more time here, and I know that you do too. Even in LA, it was still for a year and a half.
It was longer than a year and a half, actually.
Yeah, it was like 20 months, something odd like that, because we kept doing extensions for our lease. Mm-hmm. But here, it was 13 months.
14 months.
14 months.
Counting every bit.
Which we also got an extension on our
We
lease. And it just wasn't the same because of COVID. We still made a lot of great memories here, met a lot of great people.
Yeah. Honestly, we did, the year that we were here, we did a lot. I know we're gonna look back and be like, oh my God, what did we do the first day in New York? And this is it. This is it. I like it. For this moment. Oh, it's so pretty. And then of course, out on our terrace is this. I love it.
Nita, man? No, I don't think it's actually you. Oh, wait.
So what is?
Verify that it's actually her.
Oh my God.
What if they don't know?
We're on our way to the metro, actually. Is it metro? Is it called metro? Here's metro in DC. Train? Subway? I don't know. And we're gonna get our monthly card.
Guys, stop what you're doing. This is the new look. Layers on layers.
So New York was just so welcoming, and this is like a dream city, and I wanted to live here, and I'm really glad that we still got to do it even if it was for a year. So the thing is when we were in Texas from February to April, we were still on the fence. I was still like, for sure, we're gonna come back and renew our lease. And we got to New York, and we were pretty much trapped in our apartment. Things weren't the same, and so I was like, okay, well, what do we do now? We took our monthly trip back to Texas. When was it? June? June? We told ourselves we're gonna give it 1 week to look at houses. Okay, like if we find a house in 1 week that we love, that ticks all our boxes, then we'll take it as a sign to just enter the next chapter of our life, in Texas. And well, we found one.
For like the third time in a row, we flew to a different part of the country and found a home in a week.
That's crazy. I know.
I think we've gotten pretty good at it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It wasn't a fair bet, was it? No, we should have. But we found a house that we really, really loved, and we did all the necessary steps, like from negotiating to putting in an offer. We actually put an offer on 2 houses. The first one, we lost that battle. It was very depressing. But it wasn't meant to be. And I kept telling myself, and we found this house. I was like, well, this is even better. Got that house.
We didn't actually visit that many houses because we knew what we wanted.
Yeah.
And there wasn't that many of them.
It wasn't, okay, that's another thing. Right now, there's not a lot on the market.
Yeah.
Due to COVID, I think a lot of people took their houses off the market because maybe they don't want people walking around their house. If it is on the market, I don't think it was much of a buyer's market. At least now it's not.
Yeah.
When we were looking, it was kind of still.
While we were in Dallas, it just became a seller's market. All these houses I had saved were like going off the market like that. I think I made a short list of maybe 7 or 8. Mm-hmm. And just in that 1 week, this list that I had prepared over like a month beforehand, half the houses were gone in the first few days. Like it just changed so fast. That did kind of stress us out a little bit because we had our hearts set on one house. We found a few others. One of which actually had a secret room behind a bookcase that I was very excited over.
That was really cool. We shared that on Instagram stories.
It was so cool.
But when the day we saw it, I think there was an offer put on it already too.
Gone.
It's gone. We put in an offer right before we left, and it was just a waiting game. Everything getting checked off, making sure we get like our loan approved, that whole process. Anyways, long story short, we found the house we love, got the appraisal, got the inspection. I think we officially closed this upcoming week. If all goes well, the last remaining steps, we close this week, and we will be homeowners.
First-time homeowners.
First-time homeowners, like dang. Learned a lot in this process.
When you're making a big decision, how to separate your emotions, because at least for me, normally I'm very good at that, but moving's very emotional.
It's so emotional.
Process for me especially. I know for you too.
Yeah.
Because it's like our home, like it's where we're going to literally bring our future child home to.
Yeah.
And we'll eventually watch this video.
Yeah.
After we had put an offer on the house, the next day there was an open house, which we obviously went to just so we could watch and creep on people. And
this is our house.
I remember like getting upset, like my face is getting hot even like remembering it now. But I remember watching all these people peeking in our rooms, knocking on stuff, and I was like, they're hitting our house? What are they doing in our house? Yeah, we're gonna loudly exclaim, oh, this doesn't seem right. Oh, this is definitely
broken. Oh, something's wrong
broken.
with this.
Like, you don't want to buy this house.
So yeah, we officially should be closing this week. And I spent the last week trying to get movers just kind of sorted. And then we have a flight out the next day.
Another one-way flight.
One-way ticket.
Our third one.
Honestly, it's all, I'm like, there's a lot of emotions. Like some days I'm like, I'm so ready. Like I'm so ready for a house. I'm so ready for space and like a nursery, like a real nursery room and a studio space. He gets to have an office. We get to have like a proper dining room. We get bar stools. We have a real pantry, which you guys.
Yes. It's not just like a sad little.
We have one section, like of 2 rows. That's our pantry. And every time we open it, something falls out.
Yes.
Every time. I don't know. I'm excited for like space and
it'll be like
it's
ours.
Yeah.
Right.
It really is. It's ours. A yard. Yeah, we can
Our
garden.
yard. We're gonna have a yard, and I'm gonna grow like tomatoes.
And the 2 other things I can grow in Texas.
That's all I can grow in Texas. But they'll be our tomatoes.
Other days I'm like sad. Like last night, I stepped outside and I was just looking at the Chrysler building, which is like honestly now I feel like our building. We just We see it every single night, every single day. I looked at it, I'm like, wow, I'm really gonna miss this. We're never gonna get this apartment view. Like, this is it. Like, when we come, we're gonna visit all the time once, like, things get better in terms of COVID, but it's never gonna be home. You know what I mean? It's just not the same. It's just not the same. So it hit me hard, and I'm like, maybe we can back out. Maybe.
And it always happens at nighttime.
It does. I get really emotional.
It's only at nighttime. In the daytime, we look outside and we're like, oh, please, just let this be a house. I want to see, like, grass in the yard.
Yeah.
And then at nighttime, when all the city lights are on, we're like, oh.
Do we have to leave?
Maybe we can, you know.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we were either going to stay here for another year or go to a house. That's really what our plans were. And I put this all in God's hands. We were praying so much. We're like, okay, if we find the right house and if all this works out, we're just going to take it as a sign. This is it.
Yeah.
We should do it. And I don't know, we just got such a good deal on the house, and it just didn't make sense. And on top of that, you guys know Snuffy is my baby, and you know, he's having some like leg problems, and he's 12 years old, and part of me is like, I want to be there every minute. I want to be near him. And you guys told me that help is very much so needed with a newborn more than anything, and I'm like, well, you know what, we probably would want our parents there.
I mean, it's just crazy to think this ride that we've been on is going right back where it started. Started in Dallas a little bit, and then we went to Los Angeles, and then New York, and after 4 years-ish,
Almost 4 years, yeah.
Finally
head back home. Some of you were like, don't leave your New York apartment, it's so amazing. And
it's like, believe me, it's very hard.
Trust me, I know it's going to be so hard, but part of me, I think I've closed that chapter. Like, I'm ready for something else. And like, I don't know, I like change. That's why I'm always kind of hopping around doing all these things. So I'm also still ready for it. Like, we've been here for a year and a couple of months, and it's been a really good experience. I'm really glad we got to do at least stuff last year.
Yeah. This next house, we're not sure if we're firmly planting our roots in Dallas.
Yeah, we're not 100% sure, but
we may go back to LA, possibly, maybe, if that's the best move for the family, obviously.
We're gonna see.
Yeah.
With us, it's kind of like, well, we're just gonna decide. And
we'll see if we get the itch, and it's like, you know, there's still something missing.
Yeah, even between like deciding about staying here or going to Dallas, that was like, I feel like a very last minute decision.
Yeah.
Very last minute decision. Just kind of happened. All right, found a house. All right, let's go for it.
It's because there were so many moving variables.
There's lots.
Literally moving variables. But
yeah, so we just wanted to give you a little life update, explain our thought process, explain what we've been going through the last few weeks, and we are very, very, very excited for this next chapter. I think before we leave, maybe I can do like an empty apartment tour of our New York apartment. Just, I don't know, part of me wants to do it for memory's sake too. So yeah, we'll probably do an empty apartment tour. We never did an apartment tour without our stuff in it. So we'll probably do that, and then we cannot wait to show y'all our home.
Yeah, we're so excited.
House.
Our actual house.
Real house. First house. A house with the yard.
We can paint the walls.
And
there's no security deposit.
No security. We put
if
picture
I put a
frames
hole
up.
in the wall, my landlord, well, she might get mad at me, but some faceless landlord won't.
Yeah, it's. I'm very excited. Yeah. Can't wait. We're gonna do an empty house tour.
Yes.
Empty house tour. That sounds good.
Definitely coming.
Yeah. We have so much content between like nursery, my studio, and then like just our whole home.
Yeah.
So we really can't wait to start this next chapter, share it with you guys, take you along for the ride. We just also wanted to thank you guys for being with us from the start, from when we moved to LA. I think I had an LA video talking about how sad I was about being in LA. It's like a life update video there. And then being with us for our New York journey, and now you're gonna see us grow into a family of 3, into a home, and we really just, we wouldn't be able to do any of this without you, so I want to really thank you for your support, your love, and just being here. Whew.
Is he kicking?
He kicked once during that whole thing.
Oh, he was like, hooray! We're going to a house.
That's a life update. Stay tuned for more. I think our next video is going to be the baby Q&A on YouTube. But if you have any questions for us, leave it down below. But if not, we'll see you in our next video. We'll probably still be in New York by then. We still have a few weeks. 3 more weeks here, okay?
Almost done, but not quite yet.
Not yet. All right, you guys. We will chat soon. Bye.
Bye, guys.